Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to my presentation on what Eurotech Easy CNC has to offer. Thanks again for joining me. My name is Daniel Schnell and I will be your presenter. This is a really exciting day and I'm proud to share some big news with you today. The introduction of our Easy CNC software embedded right into the Fanuc controller. But that's not all. A little bit more on that later. Easy CNC will not only greatly support you and your operators at creating complex part programs more efficiently, but also simplifies a lot of the machine functions. Our new controller is loaded with powerful machining cycles, both for turning and milling operations. And to top it off, we also redesigned existing function screens and added many more to further improve the user experience. But that's not all. We opted for latest technology to feature a 15-inch touchscreen, which allows us to pack more information in each of the many new screens who are available, well, literally at your fingertips. Let's dive right in and take a look at some of these functions, shall we? This is an overview of all the function screens we have developed and implemented into our new Easy CNC controller. Not only did we enhance the appearance and functionality of our already existing screens, like tool load monitoring, tool life monitoring, manual part catcher operation, and the CSS alternating spindle speed function screen, but also added several more to further improve the interaction with the machine. Let's take a look at some of these new screens. What you see here is our totally revamped Easy CNC screen used to quickly and easily find a rotational displacement between main and subspindle when transferring hex stock or other than round shaped materials from the main to the subspindle. We also included detailed on-screen step-by-step instructions as a guide for every skill level operator. With the built-in process description, even a newbie can run this machine without a lot of detailed knowledge. For machine models equipped with the integrated multi-directional part catcher, we also updated the manual operation screen, which now features a whole list of associated M functions built into the screen for your convenience. This screen allows you to manipulate the part catcher in manual mode to check for clearance, set up proper pickoff positions, and monitor the status of each of the limit switches associated with the individual functions. But it doesn't stop there. The operator panel received a totally new face as well. Now it allows you to quickly identify each of the functions and its current status due to the added in-screen information. Each function can be easily enabled or disabled while receiving a noticeable visual confirmation. But what about maintenance and diagnostics, you ask? Well, we got you covered with our new maintenance screen. The maintenance screen gives you direct access to information regarding the status and location of many of the individual systems like oil filter status, main hydraulic pressure, subspindle ejector, and the status info on many more systems right at your fingertips. And most importantly, all in the same place. So in case you do have an issue, you can refer to this screen to quickly assess the concern and use the integrated guides to resolve it efficiently. As mentioned before, we also optimized all the pre-existing screens for tool life management, tool monitoring, B2 drilling screen, and our CSS variable spindle speed function to be more intuitive and easier to operate. For your convenience, we also added a new overview screen, displaying all important cutting telemetry data condensed in one screen, ranging from the current axis position, feed rates and axis load, active TSM functions. This screen offers everything you would want to be aware of while setting up and running parts. With all of those easy CNC screens I just introduced you to, along with a vast variety of easy CNC machining cycles for turning and milling operations, we have created a powerful package to support your operators at any skill level. Programming made easy. Thanks to these conversational cycles, such as conversational drilling, turning, grooving, and milling cycles, paired with one of the many choices of dialogue-enabled geometry cycles, a complex part program can be created in a few keystrokes. To highlight a view, we now have a polygon milling cycle where you simply key in how many sides your contour has, either the width across parallel sides or the edge to edge length, add a center point, length, and starting angle, and you have defined your polygon shape and its location. Furthermore, it also allows you to pick between a chamfer or radius on the transition points and how you would like to approach or depart from the milling path. Another good one is the threading cycle, which has multiple different cutting modes, needing only 5 inputs to define the whole geometry, and is capable of automatically calculating the thread depth based on the diameter and pitch you keyed in. But what I personally like the most is how customizable this controller is. For example, you can create and store your personal code sections within a function called fixed forms. Once configured, you can select from that list the code you would like to add to your program and simply insert it with a single keystroke. This function alone saves you writing a lot of repetitive code and gets you quicker to a complete program. Take the tool chain sequence for example. Wouldn't it be almost always the same code? Except, well, the actual tool number, right? This is how you would go about adding a fixed form for the, let's say, a tool change. Start a new fixed form, name it tool change, add the common code used in every tool change, and just use a question mark instead of the station and offset number behind the T command. Once inserted into your program, simply replace the question mark with your desired tool number and you're all set. To take this further, you could also add personal code for, let's say, a cutoff sequence or a C-axis sequence. I mean, there are unlimited possibilities. Once you create your part program, Easy CNC allows you to simulate it with its built-in 3D part program simulation, where you can simulate the program while displaying the part from multiple 2D and 3D views, along with other viewing options to show ID work, or even monitor for a possible collision. All of these new features will be available with our brand new B620 SLY ULTIMA, the ultimate single turret machine. Our all-new B620 SLY ULTIMA features a massive rigid cast iron bed structure that has been reinforced by over 20% in comparison to previous designs. The new turret layout involves a 15-station design housing a direct drive for live tool operations with 18 horsepower and 6,000 RPM, which is liquid cooled to ensure thermal stability over long machining cycles. With two choices of spindle bores ranging from 51 to 71 millimeter and a maximum output of 54 horsepower, we created a powerful workhorse now sporting a true Y-axis design with a total travel of more than 3.5 inches equally spaced around the center line. Thank you again for joining me today. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me an email to the address on this slide, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I wish everyone a great day. Thank you and goodbye.